Here at Woodward Academy, Atlanta, Georgia, All-American, Walker Kessler. Walker, let's start with that, man. All-American, just the honors, McDonald's guy, one of 4 UNC signees in this 2020 class to play in that game in Houston coming up in April. Talk about that honor, kind of what it means to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's kind of hard to believe, honestly. You know, being a little kid, you look up and like look at the McDonald's AllAmerican game. You don't really think to yourself like, I can make it, but like you kind of do though at the same time, if that makes sense. And having 4 players at the North Carolina, I mean, that's ridiculous. So I mean, it really says a lot about Coach Roy and the coaching staff down there and the recruiting efforts. And kind of like what I said, it's just kind of like a dream.
You know, you've played obviously AAU ball. You've been around top level talent basically your entire life as far as basketball goes. When you're thinking ahead to that game, is that more of a fun trip? Is that a business trip, making a statement? Like, what's kind of your mindset preparing for that game in a couple of months?
For sure. It's definitely kind of a combination of both. You know, obviously being blessed to have the opportunity to play against top level talent and just kind of place yourself against other guys in your class. There's not really anything that's like that. And obviously it is an all-star game and it's kind of fun, but you know, still like the practices leading up to it and the actual game, it's still a competitive event where you want to compete and try and get better and learn. So I'm looking forward to it.
Now you guys are having a great season here this season, first in the region right now, around 20-2, I believe it is. Future school, UNC, not having quite the year they're typical up to their standard right now at North Carolina. What are your thoughts on that as far as what's going on this season? Is it a one-year thing? What's your thoughts there?
Right. You know, you look at a team like UNC that's a very historic program and unbelievable coaching staff, unbelievable players, unbelievable kids, and you know, they have one rough year, and I think it's really kind of unfair because you look at all these other teams that have rough years, but no one really brings it to light. But a program like UNC, it's so out of the blue just because they've always are this good. So I don't really think of it as a negative. I just think it's a rough patch. And I think that, and especially the Miami game was a great shooting game for UNC and a great game to kind of show what they could do. And obviously with the injuries, it's been a tough year. But I really do think that UNC and Coach Roy and the coaching staff and the players are all responding well and trying to get through this hard time.
You mentioned Coach Roy, obviously Lloyd Williams, one-time assistant there, going to have success at Kansas, back to his school in North Carolina. Talk about him. Give people that maybe don't know him, or all you see him on TV, you know, doing the, you know, always see him in the fist pumps on the side. One time defensively late in the game somewhere, takes the jacket off every now and then.
For sure.
Give people some insight about who he is as a person, as a coach in your eyes.
So for me, he, like, whenever he would call me in the earlier recruiting stages, it was always, we rarely talked about basketball. It was always like an hour-long conversation just about life. And he cares a lot about his players and like their actual lives, and not just the basketball aspect, but in the school, in the classroom, in the actual house. Like, it's very personal for him, and I've always liked that. And he'll talk your ear off though. Like he'll keep talking forever if you keep responding. But a big thing for me is I'm a big food guy. I love all types of food, and he would always tell me, like, when I was recruiting, like, he'd say, "Big fella, we got the best food out of anyone. Come here, we'll feed you more than anyone."
Is it true?
It is. We went up there and went to Roost Chris, a steakhouse, and
nice.
Yeah,
can't go wrong there.
No, cannot go wrong. Got like 4 appetizers, like a soup and a salad, like 2 steaks and a lobster. Oh, it was good, man.
You're a food guy, so what? I mean, you're a long 7-foot guy.
Yeah.
Got to feed that body.
No
what is your go-to? What is your favorite food?
That's
is there
tough,
one?
Man. So yeah, kind of like the go-to meal, Waffle House, All-Star Special, except instead of 2 eggs, you get 6 eggs.
Wow.
You get 2 orders of hash browns. You get a side order of grits with cheese. You get bacon and sausage, and then you get 2 waffles, white toast. Can't go wrong.
About a $20 bill, maybe for your meal.
A Waffle House.
But not bad though for what the food amount you're getting right there.
For sure.
You know, I don't want to keep you too long. Moving ahead though, looking down the road for you in Chapel Hill. What are you most looking forward to there? I mean, you had so many great options. I mean, Auburn, Gonzaga, so many schools, Michigan, across the country wanted you. You chose North Carolina. What are you most looking forward to about suiting up in that Carolina blue and be a part of the ACC, the Duke rivalry? What are you excited about?
Man, I'm just excited for the ability to compete at, in my opinion, the best basketball conference there is, and being able to compete in probably the best college basketball rivalry there is, and going to a school like UNC, having the ability to almost always be able to go to the big dance, into the tournament, and compete for a national championship, like, there's nothing like it. So I'm excited for that.
You're going this weekend. Last question. What would it be your second time only
second time
in Chapel
only.
Hill? What do you want to see? What are your expectations? What is it more just kind of go have fun, mesh with the coaches?
Nothing really, just kind of go have fun, kind of connect with the players, maybe give them a couple words of encouragement. I mean, there's not really much I can do, obviously, right now, but just see the campus again. We saw it a lot, but kind of get like more being on campus, knowing that I'm going there is a different feeling, if you catch my drift.
Walker, it's always a pleasure, man. Thanks so much for your time.
No
Best
problem.
of luck in Houston. Well, first of all, here at Woodward, then Houston, then Chapel Hill.
For sure.
Thank
Appreciate
you, man.
it, man.